Hi guys, welcome to the unboxing quick review of this iZEEKER GD300. That's a front and inside dash camera, so it can almost record 360 degrees without having to add camera in the back and then having to deal with cables or so. That's the much easier way. So we have two 1080p cameras, one to the front, one to the back, and we get also a suction cup. But the camera doesn't come with built-in Wi-Fi, so if you want to see the footage you have to remove the microSD card, but there is no microSD card included, so you can choose the size which you want. So I'm going to show you what you get in the box, and then I'm going to show you a lot of footage from day and night so you can see how good the quality really is. And so here's the box and also some description, front and interior view, dual 1080p, full HD, and we have also built-in infrared lights. That's for the cabin, of course, that doesn't work to the front, and we have also parking monitoring. So let's open, see what we get. Comes with this instructions manual. So I hope it's focusing nicely so you can see and read everything if you need. But I would say it shouldn't be too complicated because we don't need an app, no Wi-Fi, no nothing. So here we have the camera. So we can see the camera to the front. We have some control buttons here on the side. The display, then the inside camera where you can adjust the angle. microSD card slot and microphone opening and reset opening, and here probably the opening for speaker and maybe also for ventilation. That's not bad. Here a port for the external GPS and the power supply. So let's see what we get in the accessories. So here we go, we get a lot. Suction cup and a really nice cigarette lighter port plug. What I really like here is that we have this port here for USB, so we are not completely losing this port. That's something really nice, and we get long cable, and here at the end we have USB-C, exactly what we want. But of course you can use any other USB-C cable, for example USB-A to USB-C or USB-C to USB-C. Here even the reset pin, and we get even a short USB-A to USB-C cable, but of course that's probably too short for most installations, but of course it can be used here to power other devices. The suction cup has a protection, but it's not sticking. That's good. And to mount the camera on the suction cup we have to rotate it, then we push it here inside into the opening, slide it to the left side. Yeah, we heard this clicking, and then we can rotate it back. So we have this tilting screw, so you can see we can choose any angles, should definitely fit for any windshield. Then we can secure it again. Now I'm adding here this 32GB microSD card, which I have. I highly recommend to use a fast one like class 10 or so. So we push it here inside with the pins towards the display, push it fully here inside, and now I would say it's time to remove this sticker, and so we power it on. Yeah, it's a little bit tight here regarding the plug, but if you're using the original USB-C cable, then it's no problem. And the suction cup has this mechanism to tighten it. You can see it's pretty much flat, but as soon as we turn this lever clockwise, you can see then it's creating a vacuum here. So I've been trying around for a little bit, and what I found is that it's very important to format the microSD card outside of the camera. I had it inside, tried to format it here inside, it confirmed, but it didn't record. Luckily I found it out, put it into the computer and formatted it with FAT32, and now it works perfectly. Before it had some problems, it was turning on but it didn't do anything. I couldn't access the menu, it didn't record. So it's very, very important to format it out of the camera, for example on a PC, Windows PC or whatsoever, with FAT32. But I heard that it also works with other formats, but FAT32 is highly recommended, and the maximum size I think is 128 GB. What we can see is when I long press here or short press that it turns on even without power. So there's definitely a battery built in, for example, for a parking sensor. But if you want to do 24/7 recording also for parking, then you need separate power. Also something important regarding the GPS, it looks like there's no GPS here built in. If you need some GPS information, you'd have to buy this separate and then plug it in here. So I'm plugging the power in so we are not running out of power. What's good, when we put it on power, it starts automatically recording, but I can stop this. This is needed to access the menus. Menus are here on the side. What's really good here is that we have a description of the buttons here on the screen, so we don't have to look here on the side which button we have to use. We can see that here. That's really good. So I'm pushing here and we can access the menu. So here we have the video mode, but we can also use photo mode, but that's usually not something you would use with a dash cam. We have, of course, the playback for all the recorded stuff, and then the setup. We have two different setups. We have the camera settings. For the camera setting, we have the resolution. We can either use 2K in the front only or 2 times 1080p, one for the front and one for the back. This is what I'm using here. Then we have different display modes. We have the picture-in-picture, we have the split, we have the front, we have the rear only. Then we have different resolutions. I'm going with the lowest 5 megapixel. I guess that's for the photo, not for the video. Then for the loop record, we can select the time, either 1, 3 or 5 minute video length. I'm going with the 5 minutes. Then we can turn on or off the audio recording. Then we can turn off motion detection, gravity sensor, parking guard. Gravity sensor, I guess this is in case of an accident, it would lock then the files automatically. But of course also if you hit a bump or so, it would do that. And so over time the storage card could fill up and it wouldn't record anymore. So I usually recommend to turn this off, but of course it's up to you. Then we have the parking sensor. If you go to the on, then it says this function can only be used when the car is parked. When you turn on this function when you are driving, then the cam will turn on and off repeatedly. That's something which I don't understand. Usually we can activate that. Then we have even some headlight warning possibility. We can activate wide dynamic range. We can activate rear mirror, whatever that is. I had it turned on, but I couldn't find out what it is. So I would say we have more or less the right settings. Then we have the system settings. We have some settings for the auto power off, screensaver, beep sound, startup sound, language, video frequency, GPS. But again, that's probably only working if you add some other device. Then it would also probably show or even print the speed into the video. Of course, you have to set date and time. And then, of course, you can choose if you want to have it on the video or not. You can even add your license plate in the video or format the micro SD card. But again, I highly recommend to do that on a PC. You can check the version. And so we have everything ready. We go back here. And so if it's already connected, we can start recording. You can see here it's also blinking blue, but we can stop it at any time, also while driving, or we can lock videos. If you haven't turned on the gravity sensor, you can lock videos here just by pushing. Then it says emergency video. That's a video which the camera won't overwrite automatically. That's important, and it's even orange, easy to find. So I've activated the parking sensor and you can see there's no power here. It's completely turned off. And when I move this a little bit, you can see it starts automatically. It's booting up and starts recording here for a little bit. Let's see how long this is recording. Okay, that was around 30 seconds or so, and after that it turned off. So let's move the camera again. Let's see if it turns on again. Yeah, looks like we can do this couple of times. it's again starting to record. There was just a little bit of time in between. I think it waits for maybe 20 or 30 seconds after it's turning off before it starts again. Somehow makes sense for me, and then it records another 20 or 30 seconds video and then turns off again. I think there's also a battery indicator here, which we have been seeing on the right top, so it looks like it's quite some charge here for parking sensor. And so I have some live footage here. By the way, I'm screen recording, so in real it's even a little bit better. You can see it has the date and time here. So let's start here from the beginning. You can see I'm driving towards the sun, which is always a little bit difficult, but it still does a really good job. You can see the road signs, street numbers, everything really nice. And here the sun coming from the left side, a little bit better, and now the sun coming from the back, of course then almost perfect, but the footage is nice and clear anyway. I think we have decent colors, good sharpness, and when a car is close enough we can even read the license plate. I would say really decent quality. So let's move a little bit further. You can see when cars are approaching, you can see almost every detail, you can recognize every car. And then now sun coming from the right side, also very good, absolutely no problem. We also have a very wide field of view. It's covering pretty much everything from left to right. Yeah, I think the windshield was not perfectly clear, so now it's even a little bit better. You can see, absolutely amazing. And it's also doing a good job during the night. You can see it's colorful, not only black and white, really nice. And we also have a built-in microphone which is recording everything. Microphone test 1 2 3 4 5. Yeah, I hope you heard that. Everything nice and clear, I would say. And then here from the inside camera you can see everything, all the windows from left to right, even the back, really nice. Of course, here on the left side the rear mirror is blocking the left window, but if you change the position, if you move the camera a little bit, you can also see the window on the left side. So you have the full vision from left to right to the back, pretty much 180 degrees. Really cool. And of course, not only during the day, you have this also during the night. Of course, I'm here a little bit in a darker environment, but you can see the road and the cars in the back during the night. So it's a really decent camera, good footage, good quality, colors, sharpness, everything, even good audio. So I can give you full recommendation. And so if you're interested, I'll put down the link to the Amazon listing down into the description, so you can check it out and order it right from there if you like it. And I hope I've been able to help you a little bit with this video. If you have any questions or comments, just write to the comment section below. I'm always happy to talk about these things. And if you like the video, give me a thumbs up, subscribe my channel. Thanks for watching. See you next time.